Well, I still got later on this afternoon, I'll put a little splashback in the back of this. I've got this, it looks terrible. It's a Laminex, it's lime green, but it's not actually on chipboard. It's like the original sheet Laminex. I used to deliver that stuff when I was a truck driver in like rolls, but it's a bit my dad had. So I'm going to silicon that to the back after lunch and all that. And yeah, you see. That's right. I have just finished doing all the other stuff. I'll show you on here. There's actually a screw holding that, zip tied to the screw to take the weight off of the braided stainless there. So many times when I've done all this in the past, I used to have leaks. I haven't had one single iota of a leak the whole time setting this up. I've put all this in place. It's got to be glued only for me to find out I've got some glue that's very sticky, and I was sort of saying, oh, well, I can glue this bit and do that bit, and then, yeah, but the trouble is if you do this bit, then I've got to sort of push back, and then that'll unsettle the glue here that is old. I don't think I've got any more glue than to do a few joins, and quite frankly, the stuff I've got's probably rubbish anyway. I've opened the lid and, oh gee, she's starting to dry out. So I'm going to get another one altogether. Once I've got that new container, then I might have a go at using some of the old container. But it's something where if you're doing these corners, you sort of got to do it all at once. I know this doesn't look right, but I went through my dad's stuff, and that's actually a smaller pipe that fits in the 50mm, the 2-inch there. And there's a few other bits and bobs that I found. I was going to have to buy more fittings, and then, he's got all this odd stuff, which is off old sinks and whatnot, that actually fits all right, and once it's glued up, it's going to be all right. I'll show you. It sort of goes outside. I'll just show you that. I was worried I was going to run out of pipe. I found I had a massive amount out there that's old stuff that's been, you see the fitting on there, it's been ripped out of another building years back. I sort of wanted to use mainly new though, because it's not going to go brittle as fast. So she's all basically new piping. This is the one that comes out of the sink. That's the one that comes out of the shower. And that's on one separate line that can go over and water like... I can sort of move it around a little bit. I can sort of have it to go to there's a couple little plum trees there. There's a fig tree there. I can sort of adjust that other end. And I was thinking of putting it in the pit, which is in there. And then I thought, that's just sort of wasting it. There's like all this here. So there's a concrete there. All this here is like a big concreted section where there was like a bit of a shed or something, and it's all cracked, and then there's, some of the original concrete still there, and these are sort of growing up between the cracks, so most of this, like, it's not even bare ground. And I thought, the poor buggers, they got the roots coming out here that are competing with the box thorn and everything else, and in the summer they're just getting nothing and they're getting hammered. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to put the pipe right through into there, so it's a fair way in, and it's either going to run back on the concrete into the cracks or run to the outside where the roots that have come out past the fence there onto the outside will soak in the water either way. And so I'm watering the little plum trees here with it, and that'll hopefully give me juicier plums in the summer, or at least take the heat stress off of these. So that's the old part there is just from there back to here. But all the stuff that's going to have the afternoon sun beaming down on it, that's all brand new. So anyway, obviously we've still got a bit of work to do on all this wood heater, but one thing at a time.